the nonsense I have to deal with. You guys are killing me, bro. So let me read this comment in my. This is my. Apparently, this is the comment I made, and where I called out the British media specifically for not being educated enough when it comes to analysis. You know what I'm saying? Their football analysis, calling out their British bias, and a lot of it is just their ignorance because they just don't know a lot of these players. And this is why, even when it comes to like making certain picks against certain teams, like certain teams that are gonna that England will face in the World Cup, or even like say America will face. You know what I mean? When it comes to the American media, just the ignorance. You know what I'm saying? So now I come here and I see this comment here. So let me read this comment from Angel 1968 Abel, and it's not to bully him, but it's literally like I have to show this because clearly he did not listen to my video with an open ear. And this is the problem. So I'm going to read his comment. He says, before the final, Liverpool had lost one game in UCL. Madrid had lost four matches, including a loss to Sheriff. And you can't understand why Liverpool were favorites. You keep calling pundits idiots. Maybe it is you who's struggling with the facts. If you rewatch my video, I literally broke down the players. I literally broke down all the players, each position, and I showed you why on paper, because usually they always say on paper this team is better, on paper this team is that team is better, but really on paper Real Madrid is better, and I proved it with facts, statistics, and data. And when I do that, you know what I'm saying, I do all of that, and I show you my example that most English media don't know what they're talking about. I break down the World Cup match from 2018 where I pointed out the clear superiority in the midfield. You know what I'm saying? I break down even the players that most players do not, that most football fans do not know, and this is why they miss these things. And I cannot believe this guy brought up a loss to Sheriff. That was the first like match of the champions. That was, look, man, that was a fluke. Yeah, yeah, I never I mean, bruh, like if Sheriff faces Real Madrid 5 times, they lose 4 out of 5 times. I mean, that was just the team. That's what happens when you just tell Real Madrid just did not know who that team was. That was, Real Madrid suffering from their ignorance right there. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I pointed out, you know, Liverpool should have not been favorites if you just go by on paper. They always say, like, when when you do like the pre-match analysis, you go, okay, on paper it looks like this team should win, but maybe we should watch out for this player, blah blah blah. But they act like, like they act like Liverpool is the better team. How? I don't see if like, do I have to go over these players again? Real Madrid is a better team, and they have the better manager. Now you might disagree with that. Real Madrid has a better Ancelotti's a better manager than Klopp. I mean, like the his account. How do you measure a manager? By his accomplishments, his wins and losses. I mean his I mean his resume it just speaks for itself. He's won a league. He's won the league in literally every country he's played in. He's won the league. He's won how many Champions Leagues now? Like four or five, six. I think he got four. I mean, I'm just saying, Sir Alex Ferguson might be the best manager of all time, but he has two. Pep has Pep has two, and they're killing him for not winning more, and he has two. Ancelotti got four. I think it's four or five. I gotta look that up real quick because I know he had the one with because that's two with Madrid. I know he had two with Milan. Let me look that up real quick because I know he has at least four. I know he has at least four Champions League. I think it might be five. How many Champions Leagues does Ancelotti have? Yep, four times. You know what I'm saying? So that was his fourth time. So I go over the manager for you. So Ancelotti's the better. You have Ancelotti the better manager. The defense is very similar, but I trust Real Madrid's defense a little bit more. Even though I can see if you say Liverpool has a better defense, I got you on that. But I think Real Madrid has a little bit more solid defense. It's a toss up in the defense category. Real Madrid has a better goalkeeper. They have a way better midfield, and that matters. Who you have in your midfield matters. So I don't even have to do the analysis on the midfield. You should already know. Outside of Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets, what's been a better trio of midfielders than Modric, Cruz, and Casemiro in the history, or especially in I'm talking about in modern in the 21st century. How many midfielders? How many midfield trios have been better? And then you have Benzema, who's gonna win the Ballon d'Or, with Vinicius, who's probably the most improved player in Europe. I mean, I'm breaking it down, literally position by position, and yet the reason why I call the pundits out because they don't even break it down. Like they don't even get to the end. I don't even want to get to the end. I'm just going player by player. And you gotta know this is Real Madrid. Real Madrid is a team you have to crush them. You gotta beat them. You can't just like Real Madrid's the type of team you gotta beat. You really gotta beat them. And when you have them at their mercy, you gotta crush their neck. Manchester City didn't do that. They ended up getting bounced out because they did not take care of business early. Liverpool could not score. They got caught out in the counterattack. If Real Madrid team is a team, they score first or twice, especially in the final. They don't need to dominate to win. They can win in so many various ways. And this is why with Liverpool, when you face a team like Madrid, you're never safe. And it's just you point out all of this, and you look at Real Madrid's just their pedigree. I don't understand. A team like Madrid is always the favorite. Only time Madrid is not a favorite is if they're facing Barcelona or maybe Bayern. like, like for real, that's the only time. Like I even like I said in the video, I said I have Real Madrid as the favorites against Man City in both legs. In both legs. They're just too good. They're just too big of a team. They're just too. They have too much quality on the team. They got too much quality on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta really look. Imagine being able, like remember when Chelsea was struggling in 20. I want to say which season was that? That was the 2015-2016 season. I don't know if you remember that season. Chelsea was struggling, right? Hazard was struggling, and Mourinho got fired midway through, and they still had to play their players. Imagine, you see how Real Madrid are just able to just like not play Hazard when he's not in form and just be like, nah, we're putting you on the back burner. Vinicius is that guy. That's how big of a club Real Madrid is. They can just put Gareth Bale, who's been one of their better players in their history, but because of his attitude and how he conducts himself, Real Madrid's a big enough club to be like, we're putting you on the bench. Not many clubs have that kind of pedigree to just put Gareth Bale, Eden Hazard, guys like that on the back burner. Do you get what I'm saying with that? But like I said, um, even after all these years, you guys underestimate how big a club like Real Madrid is. You know, Liverpool is not a bigger club than Real Madrid. I think now that I'm looking at the analysis, I think you guys are under this illusion that Liverpool is this big club or Man U is this big club or even Manchester City, Chelsea. No. I'm not saying they're not, but I'm talking about, you got Barcelona, you got Real Madrid, and you still like don't underestimate the brand of AC Milan or the brand of Inter. You know what I'm saying? Don't underestimate the Bayern Munich brand. Shoot, even the Borussia Dortmund brand. I call the pundits idiots because they are. I could literally give you. Steve Nichols literally said that on ESPN FC. You know, these are the guys that you guys hang your hat on their analysis. This guy said if this was a boxing match, Liverpool would have won on points. That's not how this works. If this is a football match, with all this ifs, if this was this, if like I said, if my grandmother was a bike, if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be in a bike. You know what I'm saying? So when you make comments like this, it's like, bro, you have to listen. You have to listen with a open with a uh with an open mind. You have to listen. You know what I'm saying? This is a difference between hearing and listening, and it's clear that you're not listening to what I'm saying, and you got to take them. Like I said, I can't understand why Liverpool are favorites. No, I can't, because I literally look at things. On the analysis side, I really look at the teams. I'm like, Real Madrid's a better team than Liverpool. How is it a team that's better than them are not the favorites? That's how I look at it. Silly me. You know what I mean? Silly me. I thought Real Madrid was better than Liverpool, and I showed it by using analysis, facts, and statistics than data. You know what I'm saying? Silly me. I couldn't understand why Liverpool were favorites to win that game. It's Real Madrid, bro. It's Real Madrid. I don't know how many times they gotta pull rabbits out of the hat, and I'm talking about like the refs were helping y'all with with that callback goal. Like you can't even blame the refs for yesterday. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I said, is look, man. Whoever Angel 1968, I appreciate the comment, but you gotta look. I need you to watch because, like I said, it's not. I'm not saying I don't watch Liverpool, but I've been watching Real Madrid. I don't just watch Real Madrid in Champions League because you just gave all Champions League examples. Clearly, you don't watch Real Madrid in the Spanish league, and clearly, you don't watch the Spanish league at all. Because it's like you mentioned Champions League. I'm like you do know they're fresh off. They just won their league with matches to go. You know what I'm saying? Like they've proved all season you cannot count this team out. But I get it seems like you guys played right into their trap. It looks like Real Madrid love being the underdog. I don't know how the team that wins their league. I don't know how that's an underdog to you, but not to me. Silly me. I thought the winner of their league, which is Real Madrid, and somebody, a team in Liverpool that came in second place to Manchester City, which Real Madrid beat. I would just assume, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Real Madrid's the favorite. Just using the logic. You got to use the logic here, man. Got to take those Liverpool, those red colored glasses off, my friend. Got to take those red covered glasses off. All I can say.